From the moment I can remember, I felt different. Growing up in a small town, I often found solace in my elder sister's clothes, carefully draping her vibrant saris around my thin frame and twirling in front of the mirror. The way the fabric flowed around me brought an indescribable feeling of peace. My childhood was filled with secret trials of lipstick and makeup, and though I felt joyous, I was careful to keep my explorations concealed beneath layers of boyhood expectations. As I entered adulthood, societal pressures took their toll. Work consumed my time, and soon I found myself entangled in a marriage, a fabric of tradition woven tightly around me. I was expected to be the dutiful husband. Amidst the daily grind, my aspirations of dressing up and embracing femininity fell by the wayside, fading into a distant memory. Yet beneath the surface, remnants of that boy remained, a boy who longed to break free. It was on an ordinary holiday that everything changed. My wife Maya had gone to visit her parents, leaving me to my own devices. I stood in our bedroom, overwhelmed by the mundane silence. Suddenly, an impulse stirred within me, rebellious and daring. I found myself rifling through her drawers, sliding into one of her saris, pairing it with a delicate blouse that clung to my torso, and layering on makeup that highlighted my features. Seeing myself in the mirror, I was struck by the enchanting vision staring back, one that felt true, vibrant, and alive. But joys can be fleeting. Only moments later, Maya walked in, her eyes wide with shock. Anger flickered in her gaze as she processed the sight before her. "What is this?" she barked, hurt evident in her voice. I was caught in a web of shame and vulnerability. However, the tension slowly melted as confusion turned to contemplation. Perhaps she saw what I saw in the mirror, the essence of me that had long been concealed. In the days that followed, something unexpected happened. Maya, rather than shutting me down, began to lean into my hidden desires. She would bring home clothing, silky fabrics, bold colors, and playful accessories. "Try this," she would say with a teasing smile. Soon, our home became a sanctuary for my secret. I reveled in trying on dresses that flowed around my legs and painting my nails in hues of joy. One fateful day, while I was adorned in a shimmering top with graceful sleeves and a cascade of bangles, the doorbell rang. I scurried to hide, afraid of being caught in my playful distraction, but the delivery man was persistent. As I opened the door a crack, he caught sight of me, fully draped in my femininity. "You look amazing," he said, a smirk playing on his lips. "You should show this side of yourself to the world." The words startled me, igniting a spark I had not anticipated. I could feel a shift inside, a yearning that was impossible to ignore. With a reassuring grin, he leaned closer, his voice low. "Let me help you embrace who you are." He swept me off my feet, both literally and metaphorically, firing my imagination into realms of possibility. Days turned into weeks, and that single encounter with the delivery man, Raj, unraveled something profound within me. It was as though I had found a kindred spirit who saw the truth behind my facade. I began to dream of a life outside the confines of my marriage to Maya. There was a depth to my desires, a longing for transformation that took root and began to grow wildly. But one day, while on a routine stroll in the park, I witnessed Maya holding hands with a man from a neighboring house. There was a deep intimacy between them, laughter that felt overly shared. Something inside me shattered. Confusion morphed into betrayal, and I found myself in freefall. Without a plan or a thought, I ran to Raj, the man who had set my insides ablaze with desire. Guided by his gentle hands, I began giving form to the change I had dreamt of for years. The transition was a revelation, an unwrapping of my true self. The surgeries, the hormones, they became a rebirth rather than the death of one identity and the birth of another. With each passing day, I transformed more into the woman I always felt I was inside. Eventually, Raj and I stood before the altar, exchanging vows that bound us together in a love I never imagined I could find. He saw me not just as a woman, but as his soulmate, a partner in every sense. Now, every morning, as I brush my hair, I gaze into the mirror at a woman adorned with beauty, style, and confidence. When I walk in the park, hand in hand with Raj, I no longer hide from the world. I revel in the love we share. My heart swells with joy, not just for the life I have chosen, but for having accepted myself, unapologetically. And while part of me remembers the boy in the sari, struggling with identity and societal norms, I no longer see him as a shadow of embarrassment. Instead, he is a part of my history, a stepping stone to discovering who I was always meant to be. Today, I am not just someone cloaked in a sari. I am a woman, an individual thriving in authentic love, living my truth, unbothered and blissful in the fabric of my life. That man married me, and today I am his wife. I am living my life as a beautiful woman and as a wife. I get a lot of happiness,